wasn't gonna be here, so I told him that I would bring up the topic. So, he just built a new home down on Rat School Road. And currently it's, gravel a little bit of chip and seal, want it on down or something? Or is there any chip and seal on that?
Very little, very,
Okay. Now, he wants permission, to chip and seal past his driveway, to have, by state, Cottons do the chip and seal. It's gonna cost $25,000. He just wanted to make sure, one, that he can do that on a county road.
got a lot of river burger with that, Tim.
That's,
But Don Craig had us with a bunch of everywhere, he's moving back in there, we hold.
and that's not good for chip and seal.
Absolutely.
Okay. Why don't you guys, or you want me to knock, I'll go down with you or whatever. For whatever reason, anybody doesn't think it's that on it. I know Travis and you both have told me that thing covered.
Yep.
With
There's one
dirt
on
around.
on the down. And, you
So,
know, we used to do those where we first started doing those back years ago. We had to do that 3 years in a row consecutively, just to get enough base contact at school.
on the dirt
So, you know, $25,000 and you know, expense and $5,000 to get it maybe in a hole.
yeah, we'll talk to him about it.
And then you just possible maintenance on that.
Well, that's what he was asking to, yeah,
$18 a ton to fix that. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be real easy for us.
yeah. Okay. We'll get a hold of him and talk to him and go from there. Okay. Yep. Well, the rest of it was, if, say, it was a regular gravel road, my state said they'd go ahead and finish that road for $6,000, and the county wanted to go ahead and do it. Since it's dirt burn, that's not even a question. Okay,
Thank you. Okay, so the minutes. Actually,
There's a lot.
yes, so we got the June sixth that I think you and I need to act on, then you and I need to act on June 20th. But
yep,
And the joint session minutes.
right.
yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
okay.
You gotta go ahead.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from June 20th.
And I'll second that, all in favor,
Uh,
to, let's do the June sixth commissioner meeting and special joint meeting with the council.
I'll make a motion to approve the June 16th special joint session.
And I'll second that, all those in favor?
Aye.
And is there just this one?
Claims 1 through 132, $197,500, $5.88. Unpublished and the payroll warrants.
I'll make a motion to.
I'll second.
Favor?
Aye.
Review and acknowledge the treasurer's bank reconciliation and monthly.
I do not have it.
Payrolls?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the May report of collections for the main works and health department.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, on our, fund recommendations, you know, we have, we table this. The town of Kingman would be, recommended, contributing $150,000 to their project, place $150,000, but I know the commissioners, said up to.
750 for that.
Yes.
Payment. I did 400. Isn't that what we gave?
150.
450.
400.
So you-
But then the courthouse renovation, that's just something we need to address as a whole. Next year, we need to address that, get a plan in place to do this whole building. I think it's throwing money away, putting 200,000 here, 200,000 there. In my opinion. I else can jump in.
Well, I know we have certain funds set aside, you know, for, county-owned buildings, and I think the thought was when this ARPA funds came up, that we could use that instead of using our own funds. But that's what was brought up, so, with some of these other needs, you know, maybe we need to rethink that in council. You know, may need to as well.
Also, we got a formal request the ARPA committee did for the Cades Mill Bridge. We'll have to meet on that.
Is anybody waiting for this contract a second? We won't have to get this.
Not on these projects.
Projects underway.
What's that?
Hillsborough projects underway.
Yeah,
Attica is the one that's,
We'll add it, I guess.
Well, yeah.
and I guess I thought when they came and presented to us, I thought that they had some other funds
Yeah.
to help them, but. Did you think that too? I know
As
they
far
had to
as
have,
for the building itself.
yeah, I mean, they've got different phases and everything going on, and I think to get
I know
started with
they
phase
got-
one, they knew that.
Well, they've got the tax set in place to fund it after it's done. They've got that $650,000 grant from the U.S. Department of National Parks or whatever it was. So to me, they got money to fund it once it's done. That's what I was concerned about. Because you do all this work and then there's no money to fund it. And Atticus put in some of their ARPA money. Plus, they've given another tax 100%. I think
was it Cedar?
I can't remember exactly what they said, but they seem to have their funding in mind, so.
Yeah, I think they put in like 300 and some thousand, and the city of Attica did for this project.
And that's every year. Well, the ARPA funds, and the rest of it's every year. City of Attica in 5 years will have a lot of money involved in this. So,
Yeah, 361.
and it's just not something that helps Attica, it helps the whole county, actually it'll help the whole region. Unfortunately, they don't seem to be gonna give you any.
Well, it's gonna have, you know, a lot of entrepreneuring,
Yes.
other things, you know.
That's what I mean.
Not
It's
just
the building,
property tax.
just not Attica. It's the serving the region. I mean, unfortunately, we're talking about giving it for that portion.
And then, Jason, were you able to get your other quotes for that salt barn? Because wasn't that needed in order to move forward with this?
According to Dudley, he wanted me to get another quote. We spoke to ClearSpan, and the gentleman from ClearSpan recommended we get like an off-the-shelf package,
Okay,
and that, for what we would pay for that, it would cost us the same amount, so we didn't, I have a quote from that. So,
because I think Colleen. you're
You do
gonna-
have a quote?
yeah.
Yeah, I need that.
Okay, she'll
It's
need
not-
that.
okay, that's fine, but it's not from
That's fine. I just don't want to hold you up on moving forward on if we're going to use ARPA funds, we vote on this.
I just have to have more than one bid or quote for the regulations, so if I could have that,
You need something written from ClearSpan. it's
Yeah.
like a
yes.
Price off the website.
Yeah, if he could sign it or something, that'd be helpful.
No, I mean, is that? Yeah, that's, I mean, all that depends on the project. Whether they're all the same or different, there's different processes for cleaning how much it costs. But yeah, it's,
I think
that's all
there's
part of it.
three different quotes, three different things within that. two different quotes.
Yeah.
we need to kind of review that with him, so to show him
Okay,
exactly. To see what his recommendation is that. So are we gonna do for the town payment up to 400, or we're just gonna call 400? This is council.
It's drinking water and things like that. I know there's, I think there's a sewer project in it too, but
I think
a
so.
lot of it is the drinking water, and I don't think there's any. I don't have a problem with it going like 400,000.
Okay, so let's see, town payment, 400, attic marketplace up to 750. The bottom two, we will table to discuss with Kent, specifically on the procurement process of the court house renovations. So town payment 400, attic marketplace up to 750.
now, that brings me up. What we signed a contract for in Nick's Corner with for the architect. We didn't actually say, could we say we're gonna use ARPA funds for that?
Nothing has ever said to me what to use it from.
And Ken, I think we had voted, Tim and I approved that at our last meeting. Should we be putting this in our,
It's already,
I can't remember what dollar amount that was, but,
I thought I had it.
because I think it said up to a certain dollar amount.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, yes, but I don't know that we really committed, did we say ARPA
I
funds? It's just not on here, it should be in the notes.
You already committed. I thought that.
There's a copy of the fees of those.
Yes, and they-
I thought the new Maple Court.
$8,500, it's a fixed fee of $8,500. Document fees to be in the range of 25,000 to 40,000, depending on the final accepted plan.
Okay, I just don't think it was included in here, we just kind of did it on separate. So I just want to make sure we were met correctly. That's all.
So should we add that to this
I would
recommendation?
say because that's where we're in.
Okay. So take out the courthouse renovation.
I'd say we're gonna table the courthouse renovations and the salt barn. I don't think that's gonna hold Jason up. on
Okay.
anything. He'll get the quote,
And then-
to you.
And add KJG.
We'll do up to 755 and up to 400.
And then on this, you want to do 40,000, 50,000. This says up to fees 25 to 40,000, depending on the final plan.
40, just,
you can always-
And then there's a fixed fee of 8,500.
So I would do.
40.
let's do 40 for now.
Okay. You can always change that later. And then you can bring it, to the council to that.
Okay,
So I'm gonna get a motion, to accept these recommendations.
I'll make a motion, to accept three, the town payment up to 400,000, active marketplace up to 750, and the KDD, engineering, 40,000.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Okay, SRI, I think it's been a while since they reestablished, some of their fees.
Yeah, the ordinance.
So,
I'll make the motion. Sign the sheriff's program, please.
I'll second.
favor?
Aye.
Additional appropriation, public safety for sheriff's department tires, gas, oil, and 55,000.
That's. in that region. I will, is, that number twice, build this thing. Back there. No,
There's one.
okay,
On what he proposed, he said he's taking the figures from January to mid-June of this year to try to come up with a realistic amount.
Yeah. that's-
So-
I'll take his recommendation, maybe you could comply with that. So I will approve the 55,000.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Barnes Thornburg, this is in regards to the solar project, in Benton County, and I think it was recommended, Tim, did you want to expand on that since you recommended?
We had a meeting with Baker Tilly last week on the solar park and tax abatements and such. And he highly recommended that Barnes and Thornburg work with our local council with this. Because he said they've done a majority of the state of Indiana. That was his recommendation. Decide, we usually listen to the experts.
Now, let me ask you this, when it comes closer to that time, are both Rick and Jason gonna come talk to us? I think at one time when I talked to them in December, they were wanting to come to the council and just kind of go through what,
They're gonna do that next council meeting.
I
okay,
think council,
Are
next
they-
week, yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to be sure. that was done.
Yep.
All right,
I'll make a motion to bring Barnes and Thornburg on for assistance with the tax abatement.
I will second that.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Real. UMR accepting the letter plan, was updated to include mental health, and I think we had talked about when this was coming.
Yes,
So the new plan is actually less per employee than the original.
and it seems to be a better plan for less
Okay.
money.
Okay, that's good.
So, and I have it here, if you
Okay.
want to look at it, so.
I will take it under your recommendation, accept the UMR acceptance letter.
So,
All those in favor?
you second.
Oh, okay, I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, I thought you said all second.
So 2-0 vote.
Two, sorry. And so now we're ready for department heads. Garth, you want to go first?
Sure. Morning.
Good morning.
Really, the only thing I have is I did send you guys prior to a quote on the work that Matt's gonna do or proposed to do. Like you guys got those. I don't have a price right now or quote on the replacement of the floor yet. I'm gonna get a floor, I'll get a price on that. Still working on trying to figure out the logistics side of where we're going to go for the 3 or 4 days while they're working on that. Because obviously we're not gonna have water or sewer. So working on trying to get that established. I'm still, I don't know what you guys, is Roger had said, this,
That help you?
we could look at that.
Okay.
Possibly.
Actually showers in there.
We can go look at it and see. We were also looking at the Beers Workstation too, so we can look at both and then make our determination from there.
Do they fit under the canopy? Probably will, 13-foot clearance on that canopy.
I can't remember, I know many years ago, we got the fire truck stuck under there, so I don't know.
And not that they have it.
Actually, I know they do because when we were having the.
Oh, that's right.
The auction, they pulled.
Okay.
Two
You
days.
did pull one together. Okay.
We'll look at that and see.
Okay.
I don't know what your guys' thoughts are, but I'm still a little concerned about the fix. I'm hoping that this will fix it. If you think about it, we're gonna tear that out, put that back in, put concrete back on it. And if that don't fix it, now where are we at?
Was Roger part of that whole
And he
process?
said about, 60% thinks it'll fix it. He don't say 100% that it will fix it. But we run into a lot of other concerns too, is if we go the original way he wanted to go is then we're gonna have to go through the foundation, which is gonna cause problems too, but just a food for thought, I mean,
I know there was some council that was at the meeting and they kind of had their concerns, but maybe we should just bite the bullet and.
Yeah, there's nothing great about that, why? Being underneath the floor.
we'll continue moving on forward, but just a food for thought, you guys wanna think about it a little bit, you know,
Well, maybe council would want to discuss it at their meeting too, because they're gonna have to find funds.
Well, I guess I just should do it right the first time.
Well, and that's how I was thinking, but
and then with that being said, it may take a little bit longer, you know, Matt thinks he can get it done in 2 days, but I wanna say 3, maybe 4, because we don't know what we're gonna get into when we get into that floor, you know.
What
We
was
hope-
Matt's thought process on that? Was he confident or was he leery also?
He felt that if he could offset the lines, you know, at a more of a 45-degree angle, where they're not all coming in at once, I think they'll flush out. Roger's thought is getting those lines outside of the building, so if they did plug up, we could utilize the manhole there versus inside the building. So that's what his thought process was, and plus trying to get more of a slope on it. Because right now, that's a concern, is the slope on this is not where it probably should be. That's kind of why Roger was originally looking at putting it outside the building. Matt was looking more of a easier way, you know, not be as extensive. But, you know, I think it's like,
I'm not a super expert, so whatever recommendations are from Roger and Matt, if they feel this is confident enough, then I'm fine with it. But if they're 40% sure it's gonna work, I'm not real good with that, so.
and I think Roger's out of the country, isn't he, right now?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he's still out.
how long is he out?
I think he's got another week.
Okay. So I'll talk with the council Monday, I'll be with Roger, and we'll kind of make sure. And
Did you have an idea on the alternative to take it out, all price wise?
we didn't do a price on the original, plan that Roger had. We went with what Matt was just gonna do right there in the floor itself.
Okay.
Which was the $7,500. Sure. Not that, I don't count the floor, because we'll have to put in, you know, new flooring.
Yeah.
You know, and we're probably gonna run into the same thing we did with carpeting, we'll probably find that tile, so we'll have to look at the whole building, or however we're gonna section it out, because it won't, we ran into that with the carpet squares when we had to replace them 3 years ago. They were discontinued, so I had to put all new in the whole building. Another thing is, and I didn't get it in, I don't know, is I'm probably gonna be in the same situation with fuel. So, you know, we're super busy. I think we were running about 9 to 10 calls all weekend. It was many times we didn't have an ambulance in the county.
Do you know how much you need? Because I can advertise it all together.
yeah. Take care of now, and then
What
you
was the
figure.
current?
30, and then I asked for another 15, so 45, so
40, 50, 50 covered? You can always ask, I mean, ask for it, if you don't use it, you don't use it.
if we can continue to run the way we are, 50 would probably where it needs to be. If prices don't come down.
Yep. But you know, it's not used. Not a crime not to use.
Well, when do you want to make a motion to approve the $50,000?
I apologize for not getting it in, I saw that and it's,
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
I
Yeah.
will say it's something like that.
Yeah.
that's kind of what I hope, that's why I wanted to bring it up, because I know that's costly.
Just,
I'll get you a letter too.
thank you.
I don't have anything else, you have anything? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Paula, did you have anything for us?
I do, just a little, the lettering on my door has been completely wiped off, and I know that the judge has had lettering redone on some of the other doors in the building. And so I had somebody come in and look at refinishing the front of my door, And they gave me a price of $250 just to refinish it, just to sand it off lightly and then just not restain it, but then put another coat over it to seal it. And then Cheryl Harris gave me a quote of $250 to re-letter it, so I'm asking for permission to proceed with that. But my other concern is, I can't be without a door on my office because I have confidential documents and everything in there, so I don't know what the fix would be to the time frame to have somebody come and do that, and then slack it, and then, you know, once that's the process that I'm concerned with, so that's what I'm asking for, about $500. The approval to have the door refinished so it doesn't look so cruddy. And it's been like that since I've been clerk, so.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm trying to think of how to help them with the door and the timing and stuff.
I think there's any extra doors sitting around here to replace it with.
And I do have another door inside my office that the hinges locks, you're on the wrong side, so.
Okay.
But if we can do it even like on a Friday morning or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they get it, I can stay late or whatever, they get it back on in one day, just that process, maybe I can work with it and get it done.
I'll make a motion to approve the 500 for all to proceed with that.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All those in favor?
Aye. If there's anything we can do to help with that, we'll do that.
I'm in touch, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
No,
Funds for that, or you want to use capital outlay for that? I just wanted to make this clear.
Is she gonna do it in her-
I don't have,
She doesn't have anything in her budget, you know, for that. I mean, it's part of the building,
Yeah, right.
so I'm assuming we have some capital outlay. Funds to use for it.
thank you.
I'll let you two look back. Scott here. Corner. Tina or?
Dan?
Tina.
Nothing? Okay, health department?
Jenny?
I don't really have anything to do other than we have met with Ken about several of our cases, several of others are with Ken now, and we still have some other cases that we want
Okay.
ourselves, and some of the others out and stuff, but nothing really new.
You know, the sheriff served paperwork, 234.
No.
He's not.
No, because you have to get that approval, that letter from the attorney. So we're supposed to get that Monday. Who said that nobody was talking about numbers, then I went to the contact the sheriff. You guys spoke with Terry, and he said he was not. So I relayed that to the attorney, so I just need to. Somebody told me on.
Wonder what that fine is.
I looked at it last week and I was like,
What time do we decide to push it and go to court? You ready?
I'm ready. Yeah, I think we're just, driving along.
You guys,
Okay, I'm sorry. We were-
on 234 is the house, all the garbage in the bank continues to pull garbage in. The bank in May received from Fountain County Small Claims an order to kick him out. But it says on there, their attorney has to contact our sheriff to find to do it. Well, Health department made contact, I think Terry made contact. And they're dragging the feet. I know this is going to be costly. I said we send them a letter. So, or whatever, file a court paper, or we need that. Keep that.
We just have to
Our complaint.
set resolution.
I'll make a motion to do. And, permission to do the paperwork, and get this thing rolling. We're going, the neighbors down there put up with it long enough. And we've already had a gentleman who sold the house across from it, that lost a lot of money because of it. Now we've got a young man in there who bought in Fountain County, who has a very successful business. We've got to look at it every day. Finally, keep moving.
I would second the decision to allow interest in that.
All those in favor?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys have anything else there?
Stone Bluff. You got up there and looked at.
Yeah, so that's one of the letter. Yeah, it needs, yeah, I think we're,
She's already been. Got you defined already? Do we have a lien against that place?
Stone Bluff would have to be, that's unsafe building, so process we have to get. By statute, we have to entitle it, that's an administrative process, it's not court. So. Got to file them. That's not really, that's county. It's not through the health code, that's.
Okay.
That's not.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jenny.
Based on a couple of things. 9 South has been completed as far as grading by Milestone. They are going to finish up Shoulderstone and then scheduling the striping. They did have a little underrunning, so that was a cost savings to the county for many process grants. So I've been in contact with John Day from USI and been keeping it close on the timeline. So everything was real nice. So we'll run over this afternoon, take a look at it. The 2022-2 calling opened up Friday, community crossings. I'll be working with USI on seeing what our plans are to get that. We're thinking of doing River Road adequate possibly. So, yes, so, other than that, we were running around looking at roads to chip seal, and we were down by Wallace last week. And we know Carol Creed mentioned the bridge was kind of in disrepair. We sent the guys down there, a couple guys, and they couldn't all rush around it. Really nice down there, but we did notice there on, I can't remember which corner it is, but one corner is completely gone, so just bring that up to them and think about possible. We had plans to maybe put a basket with riprap in it or basket rock or something, but we wanted maybe somebody to take a look at it before you. So when I'm kind of liable for everything.
Who you bet? USI?
Whoever Carol was using.
USI graders.
Yeah, so, I mean, I just, we were down there, I just wanted to mention to you guys that
That's not,
it's,
Not really.
no,
not really the problem.
no.
So, Roger,
Roger.
but start off with them and then.
We are planning on starting chip sealing here in just a couple of weeks. The guys that are calling our gravel for us. We've had trouble finding gravel, gravel for this. So. Other than that, I'm like other departments, we're running short on our fuel budget. I don't have a number today, but I do have a number in mind. I just want to talk to Stacy and make sure that that's what we're thinking.
Well, let's get it today.
Yeah.
I was thinking of another 100,000. We're $19,000 short of what we were told here last year. So we're thinking of another 100,000, and then we're short on our maintenance money, the garage money in there, so we were asking for Jerry had a number of for various, the rest of the year was $80,068.
Wow.
Yeah, he went, he went through and
Let's make it 81,000.
made numbers.
I
mean, he was,
I wouldn't even have a problem on higher than they will give us just because they don't use it, they don't use it. I mean, what's the harm if they don't use it? Is there one? Am I missing something?
This is an MVH. That might be a problem.
Yeah.
If they don't use it.
No, getting the money
Get the money.
approved.
I mean,
Because of
the
the
fund
funds.
is better than what it has been there for a while,
Right.
but, you know, we weren't using our MVH restricted.
right,
And so it put a hurt on the MVH.
stopped 371,000 on our road preservation restricted. I was just kind of using that to keep us pushing for. We have a lot of those chip and seal. We're cutting it down because of the budget and because of the price of everything, but I want to kind of keep that in there just to.
I don't need it work.
Right.
Yeah, that's not benefiting anybody.
And any of the people who use.
That's what I have.
MVH restricted.
I had the same question. Do you know, Jason?
I would have to ask.
I know Stacy had wrote up that
Yeah.
MVH restricted.
I got it right
Is
here.
it-
I believe we
I don't know
can,
if I printed.
Yeah, she.
I believe we can use it in certain situations.
Transportation costs to and from the roadway. That's site clearing, sightline clearing. Payment preservation, payment preservation, transportation costs to and from roadway. Yeah,
So I can, we can make a contingent that we talk to Stacy, it's actually, that's like funding, accounts. So we're gonna go with 100 or you want 120 for fuel, what do you think? 125,
That's all. I want you guys. Exactly, because I don't want to have to ask for more.
I'll do 125, for
on
fuel.
fuel, okay.
We still have chips, so we run out.
I-
Paper.
You think that's gonna be short, 125?
Us cutting you short on fuel is not benefiting now,
Right.
so that's what I don't want you guys to have to shop if you don't want fuel.
150. I make you feel better.
That would probably be it. And we stopped taking the trucks home. We, I mean, we,
Okay.
but we're trying to preserve as much as we can.
I think it feels better with 150.
Okay, all right, so let's redo it, and we will do 150,000 for fuel. And then we're gonna do 85,000 for maintenance. Is that, okay? Okay,
That's what Jerry is here.
okay, so 85,000 maintenance and repair and 155,000 fuel for the highway department. Additional program. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All right.
We are working for, we've had a lot of people ask about pest controls and oil shots and everything. I've been talking with, Great Lakes Chloride about getting these pest controls done. We kind of missed the schedule for this year, but if we would advertise at the end of this year or beginning of next year, they will take care of all this for us. I mean, calling out customers.
Now, is that an option on your end?
That's not on there. And it's a cheaper cost alternative for the homeowner.
Right. I know I've had a lot of people ask about it also.
Yeah.
And if we had that option, it'd be great, especially if they're doing it.
Yeah, and all we have to do is prepare the room for it, that's it, just trade it. 3 to 5 years, it's about the same as a workshop, once they get that base built up, and they do it consistently. It helps, so we'll have more information towards the end of the year, maybe advertise.
I like it.
It doesn't make the road soft and whatever. No, I've heard that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and she said she would be happy to come in and talk to
Thank you.
Ray?
Okay, landfill, no problem. We're moving forward with the road and stuff. Roger and Daryl been out there and surveyed it. Height and stuff, so Daryl could give us a bid and I'm waiting on that. So soon as we get that out, present it. It's gonna be maintenance and more. But I handed out to you guys, Roger and I were working with Colleen on a permit for compost site permit. And I mentioned whenever we came back in and we did it, that there was compost off of solid waste property onto your property. And we were hoping that it wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, but you have a letter there. Yeah, it says they have a problem. So the picture, the last page shows the picture that was the survey and is an approximate thing of where things lie. So, and it is an approximate. So Roger, the second page is Roger's recommendation. And I can do this, or if guys rather than Steve and Travis, solid waste would rather do it, it doesn't matter. I just know they're busy, they're smart. So I'll be happy to go out, move this stuff, move the blocks, the concrete blocks. In the tree line there is a stake, so you can get an idea of where to line up your concrete blocks and then move the compost on the other side. And then once it's done and cleared off, we can take a picture. And then Colleen can send a response saying, we moved off all other debris or compost to the proper side. Here's a picture. We're done. So, and then the concrete barriers would be a solid line saying, don't pass this point. So, some of the compost, just so you know, some of the compost of the chips or whatever there, I am going to be borrowing a dump truck from the highway, load it in, and we'll take it back to the borrow area, back where we borrowed stuff, because I'm going to spread it back there and help it topsoil, because we got clay now. And it's having trouble bringing vegetation in. So I figure if I spread that, turn it under, it will help give us some base so that we can start growing something. Because right now, every 12 inches is a single stalk picking up. It looks funny, but anyway, that helps us back there. So I am going to move some of it back there. But anyway, however you guys want to handle it, it doesn't matter.
I don't mind who does it, but I'm sure if you offer it over time, I'm sure they'll take you up on it, is my guess. But
I got files in that compost file. The people actually use that for you.
Yeah, Steve, constantly, every time I go to get in that new tractor, it's got compost all over because Steve's loading trailers.
They put that line down through there, heavy door. And now all those big trees and stuff growing up in it. And that was compost at one time. It's just up there, it's rotted over the years.
Yes. It's actually, you're supposed to turn that.
Yeah.
Those guys
Well,
should
that's
go
what I'm
out
saying.
there, compost, it should be turned.
It's just a mess.
Well, and that's what, if I go out there, I'm gonna clean some of that mess up. It'll be so that I could cut it. We got the cutter, I bought that. cutter.
Well,
It could be cut.
there's a lot out there. And I guess while
Well, they
Great
took
job.
care of a lot, Jeff. I was gone back in there. It's just
trees and
weeds.
stuff.
Well, the trees have grown up, but it's weeds, and then because it hasn't been cut.
Okay.
But the debris you're talking about that used to be back there, that was all taken care of.
There might be another way to address this. Is if IMPA is looking to buy 10 acres. For solar apartments. They'll come in probably clear up to 41, clear it all back. So I'm just saying, don't get too upset, get the main stuff on.
Right.
But as far as messing around on back there, I wouldn't do anything right now.
Well, I'm gonna get the concrete blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In violation.
Sure.
But other than that, don't put a lot of effort, is what I'm saying, on down there.
I just gonna, all I was looking to do, I'm not going deep into it. I just want to get it so that I can take a picture of it. She can show it that you guys have met the need
Okay.
where I was in the woods. No, as far as, I quit trying to cut back in there because it's,
Okay.
there's a good portion of that back there that could be used for something like that. It's actually two red, and that's, we've got ruts back in there from when, what's it, the farmer, we used to come in to try to cut it and plant it and stuff, and he'd come back there and he'd sit down, because the septic is back there too, in that building, so you guys know back. The septic is back there in that general area. And so you got.
On solid waste property or?
County property.
Okay.
So,
If you need a motion to proceed, I'll give you a motion to proceed. with-
oh, I don't think just as long as you guys understand and agree to it, and Colleen, if you want to touch base with Steve and Travis.
We don't need to upset the state anymore. The county already had it.
No.
But no, yeah, and just let me know if Steve and Travis want me to do it, I'll be happy to go out there and take care of the problem.
I imagine they'll let you do it.
That's kind of my thoughts.
That's fine. Just let me know which they want to do.
Especially after the
96
fourth.
degree days.
That's what I mean, yeah, that's.
After the fourth, they'll be busy.
Oh, yeah,
Out
yeah,
cardboard.
it'll be back, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, and then we've got a 30-day window here to try to get this thing done, so I can beat that, just let me know. Other than that, that's where we're at, everything's good.
Thank you for all that.
Sure. Promise.
Sheriff back there?
I'm not gonna be sure that.
Okay, can we retract back to the highway? Because after reading, the list of uses for inmates restricted, is greater cost including equipment lease and fuel. Is there a way of you tracking your fuel
For the graders?
graders to where, we can use fuel?
And right now, the options what they use, they go up. The only thing is, the graders are kind of spontaneous. We're not running on the trucks, you know. Yeah, we can keep track of that, that's no problem for report on.
Because, and also the transportation costs to and from the roadway, I mean, you're using fuel, obviously, for that, so I didn't know if it would be helpful if we did 50-50, 50% your fuel additional in MDH and 50% of it in MDH restricted.
Our graders accounting for 50% of fuel consumption, and
It will probably just vary, Andrew, honestly, I mean. Okay, so the only week that we don't use them, we use the trucks, obviously. But when they're out running for, 3 or 4 weeks at a time.
can you do the 25? But the 50, do the 50, out of restricted and take 100 out.
That's fine. 50,000 others.
33%.
Hopefully that will help. Anytime you have a budget reduction, the LGM loves that.
Right, yeah.
Did you want this signed by everybody? The MVH?
Oh, Stacy just had, yeah, if we need that signed. just to keep on top of it.
So it was submitted to us, state board accounts required that we separate our funds, MVH restricted. And so there's an outline here of what MVH restricted uses could be, and that's where we are going, kind of with the fuel and everything, so, we need to make a motion on this, Ken. As a guideline.
Yeah, I would, just to make a motion about that as a policy.
Okay.
They didn't, wasn't recommended that we put into an ordinance, was it? It was just,
I don't think so.
I just pass it on the motion right now.
Okay.
I will make a motion to accept the highway department's policy on usage of MVH restricted funds.
All second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Here's a clean copy.
Okay, I just marked all over. Thank you. Because we had one. Okay. No, okay.
If I ask you, I'm sorry, did you get everything out of the old bill?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you had done that.
And this wasn't on the agenda, but, Matrix Generation, right now, we're currently under contract with them. And I know Brad's back there, but this is the Barracuda, and so there's a 5-year option in the amount of $7,762.46, or the 3-year option, $5,305.98. I would be okay going with a 5-year option, it is cheaper. You guys have the comment?
I'll make a motion to go from 5-year, $7,000.
$7,762.46.
I'll make a motion to go with that contract.
I will second that.
Hey, Brad, is that okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
It's roughly about $220 a year savings on a 5-year versus 3 years, so 220-ish.
That's the same. And they could jack it up the next 3 years.
Yes.
Who knows?
You guys have anything else?
I have something. We didn't get this smart contract, the quote on the brushing stuff.
Oh, okay,
So we just sign that.
What's the date, the 20th? Could we did it? Could we vote on it?
Yes,
I'm backdated, so, okay.
that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Does anybody have anything else? Can't, do you have anything for us?
Just the, with the clean environmental bill of health from the old jail, I'll work with the city attorney to complete that, conveyance and do that transfer process.
Okay.
Which is a deed and reciprocal resolution.
My question's gone.
I chuckled, we did that report, so
Yeah.
that's 140 pages worth of it. Good Lord. Roger.
Okay.
Drives on that.
All right, anything else?
Yes.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right. Health Department. There's all sorts of stuff running around on Facebook now. Of course, that's all gospel, that's all fact. But, did we mention any timelines last meeting about what?
The only thing we mentioned is effective January 1,
Okay.
2023.
Right.
that we-
Well, I spoke with Ken about this, and he's going to look into it. We would like to have the health board in place, and actually, we have all but one position right now. People committed. So by July 30th. So that'd be the health board, and if possible, the doctor. And of course, that'll be contingent upon funding and everything else. I'm just trying to keep this thing rolling. And then in August, interview all employees who want to possibly stay with Fountain County. And then by the end of August, we would have an answer as to who we were hiring and who we're not. So they'd have 4 months if they chose not to come to Fountain County or didn't get re-hired, find another one. That's where we're at. Is everybody okay with that?
Now, Ken, we have to have an executive meeting for that, or how?
Well,
how's
just,
that play out?
I just need to determine, there's a difference between should and can. We should do all these things as fast as we can. I just don't know, if we can, I can make sure that what appointing a board, we're already in, you know, our agreement. We've given them notice that we're terminating that Lyon County agreement effective January 1st. So appointing a board and what authority it has, and then there are, and I don't, I think Tim, that is right on, it's all perspective. So I think that makes sense. It's really just a matter of, is it a formal board at that point, you know, subject to open door law and everything else? I think any offers that we make would be conditional. So there are funding issues, you have to start planning ahead for budget. But as far as, you know, once you hire somebody, you have to start paying them if they are doing work for the county, so we have to be careful with that. So that's where.
I didn't know if, on the appointment forms that normally are submitted to us, if it would have something on there effective, if that would be helpful.
That's helpful, but it's just, you know, the threshold issue is, if you appoint a board now, what authority do they have? And it's really about board until we're out of the agreement. So that could be a good thing, because you can have people, you know, the board are, they're not paid, and so hopefully I'll find that they can get after it, get going.
Well, it's the first time in the history of the state that ever happened. We were the first one, we're the only ones to do this. And now we're the only ones to break up. So the state's probably not even gonna have good guidance.
Well, there's a little bit of a model. The city of Fishers was a part of the Hamilton County Health Board setup, and they elected to form their own. That was a little different. They didn't form a separate, they were just part of it, and then they exercised their statutory authority to form their own board. So there's a little bit of try to find information. They did, but you know, we'll need we need a health ordinance and some different things that you can put in place that are going to be unique. So trying to have that on that.
I think have a lot of work to do on
There's
this.
a lot of work to do,
Yeah.
and it's a very unique situation.
Well, and, you know, feel free to Hamilton County, I'm sure would be more than happy to share. So I have some other contact, Mark.
Yeah.
We would be happy to share, you know, whatever.
I'm just kind of, Mark Straw can call the State Board of Health and get a call back from, I guess, in his email, Dr. Box. But yeah, can't get a return call.
I
So-
talked to Catherine nicely. That's what I communicated with, and I got information from her regarding the grants and everything, the current grants, because I want to make sure there wouldn't be any shortfall of funding, you know, between the two counties. And it was told to me, one grant is based on population. The other one is just they have a flat amount that they give to the counties. So when I compared it with counties, we were kind of shorted because we were combined. So therefore, Warren County is going to benefit with that particular thing by separating.
Trying to talk to the State Board of Health, the statute says that if you form if Montgomery County and Boone County got together to form their own board, that the Indiana Department of Health has to approve that
Right.
formation. Statute doesn't say anything about whether the State Department of Health is required to approve a dissolution. So that's what I called and tried to talk to, and they haven't had anybody call me back yet, so I don't know if they have anybody that.
The email that, Mr. Straw sent out said that Dr. Bach was very, upset, very something that we were going to split. And obviously, she can't stop it.
I don't think so. And I don't know why, I think she has way more to worry about than
Yes, oh, yeah,
the joint county board.
right, right,
And I really don't know whether.
right,
She
yeah,
care.
good.
Well, there'll be a lot of behind the scenes things
Right.
going on with Kent, you know, helping us through this process. Anything else?
Other than as far as the current board, they wanted to meet. I see no reason to meet.
Well, and
I mean, other than like Ken has given us clear instruction, we will get with the Warren County Commissioners and their attorney. And we will get Ken and us will meet jointly and distribute assets, monies, whatever else.
And I know Mark's concern was he wanted to make sure that the health department, you know, was still serving the citizen, you know, of the counties. And I said,
Shouldn't be a problem.
and it shouldn't be a problem.
Keep doing what you're
But
doing.
you need to contact your county attorney and your Warren County Commissioners and figure out what you need to do, and we will do it for ours, for Fountain County.
Right.
So I didn't understand why he needed me too, because I was pretty detailed in what I told them what we were doing,
Right.
and they needed to do the same thing. So, I'm not doing the work for them.
Right. I have left the message to Clay Andrews, who I believe is the president.
If you didn't want to turn.
No, you don't turn it on, that's. Give them kind of our timeline shooting for, so staff will have time to look for jobs if they need to or whatever. I guess it's ultimately depending on what Ken wants to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Tampa. Out there at Petersburg. We had discussions with them and said, well, okay, we would want first right of refusal on the property if you ever sold it in 30 years or whatever. Well, when I first talked to the guy, I thought he was all right with it. And then the other day he came back and said, well, they really, you know, that land can appreciate a lot and everything else. And I told him, well, we could probably sell it for a lot more if we wanted to sell it, what we're buying it for too. So it kind of feels free. And he understood that, so he is looking for things that he and Ken will work together on. They do have one site, but it has a built-in so many percent a year that, say in 30 years, we sell it to them for $6,000 or $7,000 an acre. And it goes to a certain point, if we want first right of refusal in 30 years, it'd be 10,000 an acre, something like that. He said there's deal stuff. So we got to okay with proceeding with that, just to look, not proceeding. Just to, so we can take it back to a figure and have it all.
I mean,
I don't, that's not,
that's not what I heard.
Okay.
I mean, that's like, they're not an offer.
Right,
I mean,
right,
that's all.
right. Well, I think we want to figure out someone to get this done before the next.
Yeah.
So, okay. Oh, then you wanted to lease for $1 a year, and I talked to some different solar people, and they said, no, $1,000 an acre. And they didn't like that at all, so, okay, that's the right deal. And then he came up with this.
Well, thanks a lot.
Oh, no.
I'm glad I asked.
Well, if you guys leave town without permission, somebody's got to do all the work. I'm kidding. The front doors.
Oh,
We
yes.
need to address the front door.
He's supposed to be here this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know. He was supposed to come back today and look at figure options.
Because I know he kind of worked out.
You come in that way,
Yeah.
you usually come back,
Yeah.
put that bottom in.
Yeah, comfort.
Oh, every day, so we probably actually gonna lock it. And have to go around the side doors, you know. It's gonna, it might fall on somebody, I'm not going to say no to me. If it does, It's not gonna be pleasant.
I can tell you that.
hmm,
It doesn't feel good getting hit in the head with it. I can tell you that.
I don't know, just food for thought. As long as on another week, that's fine.
Well, we'll have to look at it.
Okay.
See what they're-
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that was.
I don't know if Rick is over there, but he was talking about a tree limb that, okay, did he get you?
Yeah, I talked to him, I was gonna talk to everybody after. the meeting,
Okay,
so we can
okay,
talk about
I'm
that.
sorry.
No, that's okay. There's the big tree that's out front here, there's a pretty substantial one, I think it's came down, I guess it's all dying. It's all cut down or. And
Yeah,
there's
that's
probably
fine.
a couple of these, but we-
All these trees we tracked up.
He hasn't talked to anybody, so if we wanted him to reach out, or if you have something in mind, or whatever, we just need to get a price on looking at it. That tree specifically and the other. He had a recommendation. I think that was maybe one of them. That is also.
I will say sliders, man, might be a little expensive, yeah. I've seen them put down insurance stuff, that plywood in yards, I've never seen anybody do that, take machinery across it and back. This is the thing where. So I would, if he gets them, be explicit about what they're gonna do, if they're gonna lay plywood down, get on the property, blah, blah, blah. We just don't want somebody to back up with this bucket truck and cave in the yard and. Yeah.
Running down this morning. Oh my God.
But actually, this one right outside the door, this one's dying too. It's a maple, it's got that, I've had it out, the sap dries up and limbs die out, which every so many years, another limb will die out, another limb will die out. And it's doing it, you can see it. Yeah. So, and when we come out in the fight, we look at that down the trees. It's helpful to know.
I do, but I'll address, I've got a candidate and it's, you know, I'll get them out there. Okay. I'll make a motion to close the.
Also,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
and